So why drink and drive when you can smoke and fly? Beat or dash, they got to legalize. All my heroes are botheads.
Okay, we're back. Welcome to another episode here of Comics on Cannabis, where we talk everything from cannabis, sports, movies, anything pop culture. It's where cannabis and entertainment meet. My name is Ed Cho. I am your host, and of course, next to me is the co-host of our show, which is Derek Michael. How you doing, D?
I'm doing good, man. Glad to be back in the studio.
Yeah, it's been a little while. It's been a hot minute since we've been here. We've gotten a lot of DMs and emails saying, "Hey, you guys ever gonna do the Comics of Cannabis?"
Yeah.
But my compadre here you were sick for a little bit.
I
know
was.
last couple of weeks you were pretty bad. Good to
was.
have you back. What happened? It wasn't. I remember you told me you were sick. You were like feverish, whatever, and I was like, okay,
No,
here we go.
I wasn't feverish. I wasn't feverish at all.
That's what it was. You were telling me that you were.
No, I had bronchitis.
Well, you had bronchitis.
Yeah.
Well, you said you were coughing and this whole thing.
Yeah, I said I was coughing. Finally, I went in, and they said, yeah, you got bronchitis, and they said, so no antibiotics are going to work. So that's when it's just chicken soup and sleep, and
I was off
NyQuil.
You took all that stuff.
Oh God,
yeah.
Just fucking down NyQuil. And
You're
just
not
gone.
one. You've never been one. You've never been one to go to the hot doctor and get medicine. You always you'll go to like the nearest Walmart and NyQuil will take care of it, or Robitussin will take care of it.
Yeah, go to the
something
clinic,
like
get some. Yeah.
But yeah, you were down on it. And I remember the first thing I said to you was, "Oh my God, you got COVID. You got COVID.
Yep.
There it is."
Yeah,
man.
we had ordered a bunch of those at-home tests.
Okay.
So we all me, my sister, we were all around each other. You know what I mean? My whole, family pretty much. So everybody got it. So we all took tests, and all of them came back negative. Then we waited like a week and did it again, just to be sure. And then I just went to the doctor because, it was like a week. And I don't get sick. I haven't been sick in probably 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I get sick, it's like a 2-week thing. You know what I mean?
Well, you were out for a while. We didn't do the show. We didn't do the show for quite some time.
Yep.
There were actually people saying, "Hey, Ed, can you do it alone, or can you get it?" I was going to bring on some of the other guests that we had, but
I think you do enough things alone.
Funny, dude, funny. But I was, I literally thought, no, you know what, you're my best friend. Yeah, because you're my brother. So when you're sick and down and out, I'm not about to take off and do this. So I'm glad you're back.
We still could have done a show. I mean, or at least some Insta Lives.
Yeah, but
is that a word? Insta Live.
Can
I coin that right now?
The Insta Live.
I don't Insta Live. Is that a word?
Well, the Instagram Live, I guess. I could have done
Insta
that.
Live is mine. I own it.
I think more important than anything, I was hoping you'd just get better.
Yeah.
Now, what would have happened? What would have happened if you got sick? You had the bronchitis. Everybody got bronchitis.
Right.
Now, what would happen if one of you guys did have COVID? What would have happened?
I imagine if one had it, all of us would have had it. One of us would have had to go to like a hotel or something.
Is that really true? So
or you could pull what's his name from CNN. I've been sequestered in my basement. What's his name? And the governor's brother.
Yeah. What an asshat.
Cuomo.
Yeah,
Cuomo.
yeah.
That's it. He did the dramatic thing coming out of the basement, and the lights like shining like he hadn't seen sun since fucking
Yeah, what an asshat.
Plato was around.
Yeah, that guy really is kind of he just looks like a dick. But I'm just glad that you didn't have it. That everybody in your family, everyone in your family is safe.
Yeah.
That you're back. Are you 100%? Do you still feel do you still feel a little bit under the weather?
100%.
Or
nope.
nothing? So that's so.
No. We've
So
been going bar hopping for the last week.
We went last week and stuff, but even last week I was even saying, do you even want to go? I mean, you got to get 100%. Actually, you were saying you were feeling okay, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Just take it easy, stay in, make sure you're 100%.
Yeah, that was like a week and a half ago. Yeah, and then I did another 2 days, and so it was like, I mean, literally, I think 12 days that I didn't do anything. We just stayed home and did NyQuil and chicken soup, and
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, the good thing was it wasn't COVID. You know what? I don't know, man. There's people I know that had COVID that really didn't feel any symptoms, like asymptomatic.
Oh, yeah,
and if you had that,
Yep.
then you know what? It was probably better because you were kind of down and out for some time,
immune
bro.
systems, they vary. Some people, they don't even. I mean, there are people that are just carriers. They have COVID and they just spread it, but they don't even know they have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with the Spanish flu back in the day. Same thing with the flu we have now.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
You know, some people are just carriers.
well, the flu. Geez, when was the last time I even heard anyone even had the flu? Not the COVID issues. The flu even exist?
Yeah, there were like 8,000 cases reported of the flu this year.
Really? 8,000? Isn't that usually like? Oh, by the way, CJ's here too. CJ, say hi to our
Hello.
CJ is. Oh, you're always more than welcome here, and thanks for being here for doing our thing here.
Yeah.
No problem.
But
A lot of people get the flu though.
well, a lot of people get the flu, but you don't hear about it anymore, though. Do you?
No.
Well, that's because the narrative is COVID. There is no flu narrative now. I mean, even when COVID wasn't here, you didn't really hear a lot about the flu. It's not exciting. It's not like what some idiot said in Congress.
Well, it's not supposed to be exciting, I guess. You know. It's...
Yeah, but that's all the news is nowadays. Sensationalism on all sides around. It's all, what did this guy do? And you can't watch that. It's racist. And, you know,
Yeah.
everything is like that now.
That's true.
The flu doesn't warrant ratings, you know, unless it like kills like, you know, a fuckload of people and those people happen to be very, very wealthy. You know what I mean? Then you hear about it.
When I get sick, whether it be knock on wood, I never had COVID, but when I get sick or if I had the flu, I can't remember the last time I had a flu either. But when I get a cold, I don't know why. It could be a weird. I just get high and I feel better. Like I don't know if it's Well, I love weed, but obviously I take them medicinally because of my anxiety. But when I'm actually sick, and I'm not even trying to be funny here or anything. It's when I'm sick, I'll get high, and I'll just feel better. But I don't know if that has anything to do with a placebo thing, or I'm just feeling better about myself, or it just relaxes me, but it just tends to work for me. I mean, I'm assuming if you have bronchitis, smoking weed is probably not the best thing for you. You might want to do an edible or do a tincture or something.
Yeah.
But when I get high, I just feel better. I don't know if you've ever smoked where you got like when you were really sick. Actually, you could have been a good test dummy, but actually no, because you have bronchitis.
Well,
So
I mean, I think
that.
anything, you know, that alters, you know, your brain waves a little bit, you know what I mean, would probably make you feel better. Like, you know, when people started doing coke when they were sick, they'd probably feel better. Heroin, opioids, definitely.
Well, that's
Right?
true, but that's an extreme.
Oh, it's
I mean,
hardcore. It's
yeah,
hardcore, yeah.
I mean, you do heroin. I'm sure that's gonna make you forget
Yeah,
about your
that
flu.
shit scares the hell out of me.
But for me, it was more just kind of like I just get high. I like smoking. I get really high because I know I'm not going anywhere.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not feeling good. I might as well just smoke to my heart's desire. You know.
So Tuesday.
Yes. Anytime I can smoke, it's always a good thing. But for me, it's I smoke more than you. I know lately. I smoke a lot more than you lately. But the thing, what's cool? I miss doing this podcast for some time. I had to things happen with my family and what's going on and stuff like that too. So I'm glad I'm getting back on this. I'm doing another podcast as well. But the biggest thing that I think a lot of people were saying was they like our podcast, which is fun. It's picking up rhythm, which is fun.
Right?
Well, where are you and stuff? But I was like, because we got invited to go to another, it's not a cannabis festival, but we got invited to go to Boston for the Boston Cannabis Wedding Expo.
Wedding Expo.
Yeah, it's a cannabis wedding expo. So it's November 7th.
What does a cannabis wedding look like?
Well, there it is. Have you ever been to a wedding? Have you ever been to a wedding expo? CG, you've been to these things,
yes,
right?
yes, I have. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen them before.
Yeah, they're great. Like, there are people that just go to
Yeah.
them, even if they're not getting married, because there's free food, there's raffles, and things like that. So I saw this, and when they contacted, I was like, all right, this is cool. So it's a wedding expo, but it's just cannabis-centric. Meaning, like, there's, like, I guess, infused food. You can smoke. There's different motifs of things like marijuana plants and stuff that you could put there. I mean, I don't know. We're not there yet,
Okay,
but
so it's basically just this is your themed wedding, right?
I guess it's what your themed wedding
You
is.
have to make sure you send everybody like 5 sets of directions, and then 5 times remind them when and where it is.
Well, everyone's going to get, everyone's gonna get incredibly high.
That was today.
I mean, the idea of a wedding like that, I think, is pretty amazing. I think that's fucking great to have a theme wedding for weed. But we're gonna find out because they asked. We're gonna be there podcasting.
I now
but,
pronounce you man and wife. You may both hit the bong.
See, now that's something cool about that.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that. It's something original.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's something original, and you might as well stand out when you're gonna do a wedding. But we got invited to that, and it's good because where I was going with that is we talk a lot. Sports, movies, anything, and we really a lot of people are like, you don't really talk as much cannabis. And when we do talk cannabis, or when we do get that question, it's usually because we're high and we forget to talk about it. So I'm glad that we're going to get a little more cannabis centric with it, because lately I've been seeing a lot of stories, a lot of idiocy, a lot of not just idiocy, but things that happen in the cannabis world. That's fun to talk about, I think, that we can talk about. You have stuff that you looked up, that would be fun to talk about. But I do want to stick to my gun of there's other podcasts out there that talk about the legalization, that talk about the social justice of it, that talk about the equality of it, and that's all good and fine and dandy, and I love that, and I'm all for it. But this podcast is probably not what you're looking for with that, because there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people that know a lot more about that stuff than me. Like I said, I like to smoke it. You like to smoke it. We like to talk about other things about it. But there's a lot of people out there that if they want that information, it's out there. And I've been getting, which is weird, because when we haven't doing the podcast, people have been DMing or emailing saying, hey, what do you think of this and think of this? And I'm like, once again, if you ever listen to our podcast, man, there's other podcasts out there if you want the answer of those legalities, what the laws are, XYZ. I think it's kind of boring. But yeah,
I mean, there's a reason for the comedy in the title, right?
There's a reason for the comedy in the
we're
title.
not talking about serious. Although there is one thing we should mention, right? Just to be responsible, right?
What's that?
6,000 people in this state have been arrested since marijuana was legalized. They've been arrested for possession. So for those people out there listening to this, you might want to make sure you're still as careful as you were before until it's official.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. I mean,
but other than that, talking about that stuff to me is just boring, It'll be all over the papers when it's, official, and that's all we really need to know, right?
For me, I mean...
Right, for me, exactly.
And once again, I don't want to poo-poo on everybody that has these great podcasts.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of great podcasts out there. I can give you a dozen podcasts out there that give you great information on it. But for me, I can't talk about it because it's just too serious.
Yeah, I get it.
It's just too serious, and it's just not up my alley. I like to talk about stupid stuff, like once again, when we did a podcast, and remember someone put weed in the wrong wedding cake or something like that, and they ate it, and that. No. To me, that's fun stuff. That's what I like to talk about. Brain dead stuff,
Yeah.
And in today's day and age, right now, when there's so much negativity going on in the world. So you just got to keep it fun. You got to keep it light. You got to keep. I mean, that's just how it. I mean,
focus on the positive.
Or just an escape.
Silly.
An escape. I think everybody needs an escape.
Like marijuana.
Like marijuana. We're talking about marijuana stuff.
Wow, we really hit that on the fucking nose, didn't we?
Yeah. See, there it is, man. There it is. But yeah, man. So as you've been sick, and I've asked you to check it out. What's interesting you in the cannabis world? And
oh yeah, we got a couple of things actually. We got a couple of things and some interesting things. One thing I thought was funny, and this is in Palm Beach. Two guys were pulled over, right? Mm-hmm. The car reeked of marijuana. And the cop asked the driver, your car smells like pot. Have you guys been smoking? He goes, we just finished. Right then
wow.
And there, I like this.
Wow, that was his answer?
That was his answer. We just finished. It's almost like he said, dude, you just missed it. You had pulled us over 20 minutes ago. We'd have hooked you up.
Well, hold on, let me get this straight. So
right.
They got busted. The cop said, were you smoking pot? And they said, yeah, we just finished.
Exactly.
Okay,
right.
see now.
Right. Exactly.
There's something clever about that.
Yeah, there is.
There's something truthful about
it was
that.
Picture. It was similar to that picture, right?
It's what?
The picture, Linscomb.
Right?
Yeah.
Tim Lincecum.
Pot, and then they found the roach in the ashtray.
I forgot it was there.
I just forgot it was there.
I forgot it was there. Where was that? In what state was that?
He pitched for what? San Francisco. So I guess
not Lincecum, you bonehead.
This was Palm Beach.
It was Palm Beach.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's all right. Is it legal there?
No, I'm not if they got pulled over in
Palm Beach, Florida. Well, yeah. I mean, there are a lot of circumstances where they could have got pulled over. It might not have anything to do with anything else. It just happened they were speeding and they were smoking weed.
No, he got pulled over because I think the cop was behind him and smelled it. That's why he pulled them over.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, that's a stupid. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey,
no.
I'm just saying.
So no. Get
That's what the cop said.
Yeah. How pissed would you be if you were smoking in your car and then someone lights you up in the back and the cop's like, yeah, you know what? We smelled it. Fuck you. You did not.
Reminds you of Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like I had this huge cloud coming out of my fucking car. Shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
So anyway, the cop continues to ask him to get out of the car, and he notices that there's a red backpack in the back of the car. And,
Oh wait, the story's not over.
the story's not over.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
more.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, there's
All
more.
right, there's
there's
more.
more.
All right.
So he has him get out of the car. He notices the backpack, and he says, "All right, whose backpack is this?" And they both look at him and they say, "It's not mine." It's in your car, though. Yeah, it's not mine. We went to the mall. We got back. It was in there.
Wait, were they blaming each other? They're saying it's
No,
not
no,
mine?
no, 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 no. They both said it wasn't theirs. And then the cop grabbed the bag, and then he searched the bag. And apparently the bag belonged to the passenger and not the driver. So they went into the bag, and they found more pot inside of the backpack. They found like 5 different
And they both denied that it was theirs.
baggies. Right. But one of the kids had like his lunch in the bag, and his name was on the lunch. His
Oh, my
name was
gosh,
on his
really?
lunch. And then he was like, "Which one?" And then the driver's like, "It's his." And he pointed right
shit.
to his friend, thrown right under the bus when it got tough.
Are you fucking serious? See, I thought
I love that,
I thought it would.
though.
I thought it would have been funnier, right? If they said, "Whose is this?" and they kept saying, "It's not mine. It's yours. It's not yours. It's mine." What the fuck is that? It's not yours.
No,
it's
they
mine.
actually didn't blame each other until he started going through it and found,
How much was there?
5 dime baggies, 5 grams.
That's it.
And said that's it. They didn't have a whole lot in there.
That's what the trouble was.
Yeah, he just said there was illicit stinky weed in the bags. Illicit. He used an extra word there.
Did they say what happened to them
Well, the passenger got arrested, and
for $5?
right, and the driver got roadside bail, and his car had to be towed because the cop gave him a ticket for driving while impaired. That's what they're doing now. That is exactly that's how they're getting people that smoke. They're just saying you're impaired.
Well, I don't think there's a way they could. I'm pretty sure there's no way they can tell if you're impaired or not.
Sure. Well, they don't really have to.
Like,
It's like the dog.
There's no
You
test,
don't know what
though.
the fuck the dog is barking at.
It's not like alcohol, like where you could take a sobriety
Field
test.
sobriety test.
But
That's what they do.
I don't think they
Touch
have.
your nose.
I don't think they have that for weed.
Oh, they do.
Do they?
Oh, 100% they do. If you can't walk a line because you're fucking a little too stoned or something, or if you can't remember, especially remember shit.
But they don't have like a breathalyzer or something like that. That I know.
No,
don't
they
have.
do have stickers now that they stick on the windshield of the car, but that's only to show that you've been, smoking in your car. It doesn't show that you have any, in your person. I guess they could make you take a urine test, but
That's such bullshit.
I mean that's what jobs used to do, right?
So yeah. I'm just thinking about it. I'm sorry. How pissed would I be if my car got impounded because I had 5 dime bags?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
what a fucking waste. That's, man, society. Like, there's a lot of fucking shitty stuff going on out there, right? You find a gun, you find a dead body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you find
100%.
You find a 12-year-old
But you
kid,
find
a
5
missing
dime
kid. You
bags.
find
Yeah.
something like that, but you found
Yeah.
like 5 dime bags, and that's what you're fucking my shit over for. That's just talking about that's really fucking pissy, man. There's so much worse stuff out there that people that
Oh,
you
yeah.
could get busted for.
We
but
focus on the little shit all the time.
you know why? Why? Because it's easy. It's simple. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? You got stupid shit like that where you're gonna get busted for that. It's simple. I hate it.
Very true.
It. See, See, legalize it across the borders. You just have to, because five dimes. Just no, absolutely not. And that's in Florida. You said, right?
That's in Florida.
I'll give you this. Now that it's legal here in New Jersey, okay?
Right.
I'm not too afraid that that's going to happen to me here. So I guess that's the one good thing. I don't like New Jersey itself sucks. It doesn't suck. I'm not crazy about New Jersey. It's things that happened in the past, but the one thing I can say is that, remember how I used to be paranoid if I would smoke and I would smell, and right? I'm not really paranoid anymore. Are you?
Right.
Like when you smoke, like even when we smoke, I'm not paranoid. I'm not worried that a cop's going to stop me. I'm not worried about that nonsense here. So I guess there's something we have over Florida. You know what I'm saying about?
Well, at least
the weed.
Florida has roadside bail. We don't. Like, if you get arrested here, you're arrested. You can't just get arrested and pay a fine and then that's it. Here you got to go to court. That sucks.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen to you when you have weed, though. It's,
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
So
probably.
they know it's legal, so they'll just let it go. But that's what, like I said, I'm gonna repeat it again. That's just what's wrong with this society. There's bad things going on out there, and if you're gonna rip somebody and take their car and make their lives incredibly inconvenient because you basically were smoking, and it's not even like pounds of it. You know, it's not like they were getting
Right.
busted for like traveling it back and
Right,
forth.
yeah,
Like there's
yeah.
so much worse stuff out
They're
there.
not buying submarines and trucking it across the borders of countries and fucking.
Exactly. People are getting busted for that.
Yeah.
You know what? So, speaking of like bad things or whatever, are you keeping in contact with what's going on with that Gabby Petito girl? The one girl that CJ, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, that was. I didn't follow yesterday, but I didn't before that. The
Yeah.
last couple days, it's getting crazier and crazier.
How effed up is that, right? Like
It's
this,
really-
like what he just said. This guy got busted for five dime bags,
5 dime
right?
bags, yeah.
And they can't find this dude on the fucking.
They can't,
they
he's
can't
gone.
find this guy on
He's
the
gotta be
fucking
gone,
run.
Right? He's got to be gone. He's got to
gotta
be in Mexico or something.
He's got to be gone. Like it's the biggest news all over the country, and nobody can find this guy.
It's crazy.
Like, I mean, are you seeing it? Like, you know, like I feel so bad for this girl. You know, what's you see?
No,
like,
no. Inform me. And inform anybody out there that doesn't know.
I don't think anyone out there doesn't know,
Well,
right?
I
CJ?
don't.
I just missed yesterday's report, but the day before I couldn't turn the TV off. On this
Okay.
All right,
craziness.
I'll give you the cliff note, and CJ, like, chime in if I'm wrong on
Yeah.
this. What happened? So basically, this girl, Gabby Petito, was on this cross country trek with her fiance,
Okay.
and then they got arrested. Not arrested. They got pulled over by the police in Utah.
Oh, Utah.
It was like a domestic. It was like a,
Oh, nobody wants to get pulled over.
It was no. It was like this domestic dispute. Like she was crying, saying that they were having problems. Nothing. It didn't seem anything out of the norm when I saw
Why did they
it.
get-
Right?
The
Why
cop
did they
like
get pulled over?
separated them for the night.
Yeah. Well, hold on. So they were like saying that like she was attacking him because he was. There were two different sides of the story. Like they got a call from 911,
Yeah.
and one person said that this guy was hitting Gabby, this young lady, and then there was another. They said that she was the aggressor, right? That
Yeah,
she was,
originally.
that she was punching this the boyfriend. So what the police officer did is he's like, all right, we're gonna separate you two for the night,
Okay.
and that's essentially what's gonna go down. But she was you could tell she was upset. Like she's only 22, very pretty young lady, very cute girl. I mean, it's almost like you felt so bad. She was almost like a child,
Yeah.
I felt so bad. So she was crying, and they were like, all right, you take the van, and we're gonna take the boyfriend to a hotel. Then that was the last of it. And then I think what ended up happening was a couple of days later, no one heard from them. The boyfriend took the van that they had, which was her van, all the way from Utah to Florida, right?
Yeah,
To Florida,
that's
without the girl, like she was missing. He went into the house where his mom and dad's house was. They
Okay.
I guess they
I'm
talked-
sorry. Can I just cut you off real quick?
Yeah.
So we got a guy with a van and a missing girl. This sounds familiar.
No, it's not as simplistic
I'm
as that.
just saying.
CJ,
okay?
right? Is it
It's
not
going
a
to be a movie soon. You know?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But it's not as
yeah,
simplistic
Was
as
the
that.
van white?
It's not just.
No, it just gets crazy and crazier.
It's not
in
just
the
a van,
news. Yeah.
right? Like, what am I missing here?
Well,
too?
the family seems like for days, they were like hiding him, so they knew something was up.
Yeah.
And so they're going to be in trouble if they can't find him. They're going to probably go after the family because he drove away and parked his car somewhere. So the family went and took his car and
His
brought
Mustang.
the car back.
Yeah, his Mustang. Yeah, they said like he was gone for like 3 days before the parents
and they
of the
reported him missing 3 days later.
3 days later. So they gave this kid a 3-day start.
I bet you they gave him a lot of cash.
Yeah, a lot of
Said,
cash.
"Get
a 3-day
outta
start.
here."
Where's he gonna go though? Where can you go? Well, he could fly out of the country, I guess, because he wasn't
Fly out.
really wanted for
Wasn't-
those 3-4 days.
Yeah, I'm sure they could. Can they trace back and see where he took off? I guess.
I guess they would have to, but can't he go to?
Anything digital can be traced.
Can he go
now.
like
So-
there's some countries where like he's safe, right? Like you can't bring him back.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
Russia,
They're-
Non-extradition treaties.
Non-extra-
Yeah,
yeah, so
yeah,
you could just
yeah.
go and then so he had like a good 4 or 5 days
He did.
to just up and go.
Never hear from him again.
Nope, you'll never hear from him again. It's kind of a cowardice thing that he's not.
What's her
But we
family
don't
doing?
even know that he did anything. I mean,
She could have fell off the cliff.
Yeah, he could have just left her.
Yeah.
He could have just left her, and she could have been eaten by bears. Like nobody knows. They did an autopsy on her and everything. They said that it was homicide. I believe they
said that yesterday.
Yeah,
That's what I missed.
it was
after
homicide.
That, yeah.
But they don't know that he is actually quote unquote he did anything outside. Well, I mean, it all points to him that he's gone. No one's talking. No one's talked to him. He's just missing.
It's just weird.
Yeah, but even the FBI was like saying, there's no proof that he did anything.
Yeah.
He's just missing. He's just
She could have slipped on a rock. And
she
died.
100%.
Then why is he hiding?
That
But
makes
that's
no
the whole
sense.
thing. You don't
Yeah,
run and hide unless you did something wrong.
He must have killed her.
I think
must
that,
have.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he's just saying quiet.
100%.
Apparently, his attorney is like saying, well, when he got an attorney, just stay quiet.
Stay quiet.
Just keep your mouth closed. Don't say anything. Like they were gonna ask a question. Don't say anything. Just kind of be quiet because that's a safe bet. Think about that. If you're not,
So
not.
is he
busting
under
him-
arrest right now?
No, they can't find him. They have no idea where he is.
It was a person of interest. Is that what it is? Person of interest.
He's a person of interest. He's a person of interest, but they can't.
Yeah, he's a person of interest.
But they can't
Was
find
that your
him.
girlfriend? Yeah. Were you with her? Yeah. Where is she? Don't know. Dead.
Well, they
Where are
found
you?
him.
Running. I mean, come on.
it's such-
Any jury in the fucking land is going to be like, yeah.
He's gonna be like David Banner. And just
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Just gone exactly without the whole coolness behind him. He like I it's the weirdest. It's going to be a movie because I mean. I'm right? If he goes to Russia or if he goes to China or something like that, they don't have to bring him back, correct?
No, not at all.
So he could be there right now.
He could be there now, and then I guess can he go like to an embassy that or something like that out there?
He wouldn't go to
not
China.
a U.S. embassy.
He
but
wouldn't go
like
to U.S.
another-
embassy, yeah.
But
Right.
another embassy maybe, and they'll hold him.
He wouldn't go to China. He would, I mean.
He can go to Russia.
Go to Russia. Don't they have a few people?
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
What nationality is this guy?
He's white. His last name is Laundry, right?
Yeah, something like
yeah, he's
that,
like he's like so. They're both white.
Wow.
they're
Dirty
both-
laundry is going to be coming
Yeah,
out.
that's
like,
the
wow.
yeah. That's
You
the,
can't write this shit. That's why it's going to be a movie and not
It's-
just wind up on the backstories of Dateline.
It's probably one of the. It's easily probably one of the weirdest stories.
It's weird.
wow.
Pretty young girl. Of course, it's gonna be all over the place.
How bad? You know what? And America just felt terrible for her too. Like you know what? You'll make these jokes. Oh, she's hot or whatever. There's not a like you literally wanted to like break through your TV, grab her right, and give her a hug and tell her, look, it's gonna be okay. Like look seriously, look,
jeez.
it's gonna be right. Didn't you? You just
Yeah.
wanted to hold her right and hug her and be like, it's gonna be okay.
All they did
I
was
felt
put her in separate hotel
So
rooms?
bad for her. No, she stayed in the van.
And he was in a hotel.
He was in a hotel room.
And then somehow he got the van and drove home without her.
Oh, shit.
Apparently, they found her today. When they found her yesterday or 2 days ago,
2 days.
she wasn't buried. She was like under like shrubbery. Like she was under trees.
Somebody
and stuff, so.
somebody covered her up, though, obviously.
Well, like, I mean, there's a lot of different speculations. I mean, right? I mean,
It could be anything.
It really could
They
be
could have been
anything.
followed by some guy, and he saw them separated and just got
Yeah.
the chance and got her and killed her. And
But
got
why
away
would
with
you
it.
leave? Like that's your fiance. Why would you leave her? Like, come on, man. Like that. I mean, it's a really strange.
What was this? I think it's something like 70% of all domestic violence that leads to homicide is not like an extra family member. It's either spouse. It's either the husband or the
Well,
wife.
they were. I mean, they were engaged. I mean, that's. But he was
Young.
23 and
Yeah,
she was 22,
22.
whatever. But did you see the video? The police video of them?
Some home with the home video? Yeah, the
Yeah,
police video.
Did you
of
see
it,
that?
Yeah,
Did you see how calm, cool, and collected that guy was?
he was.
Like he was like she was like breaking up, saying, I'm trying to do this. It's upset. I want to get, I want to get my. She was doing this vlog done, and we were fighting, and
I want to hear more stories about the guy. I'm sure they're gonna. A lot more stuff's gonna be coming out about the guy.
there's gonna be so much about this guy, and but here's
They're
the
going to interview all his ex-girlfriends when they find them.
You know what? Oh, jeez.
Serial killer.
Wow, dude, yeah. The crazy thing about it is, if you saw the video and heard him talk and stuff, this guy doesn't even seem like he would be. This guy doesn't even seem like he would be capable of murder.
No.
Like he just you gotta watch the video. This guy doesn't. That's why it looks
That
like.
sounds creepy. The guy that a guy that's showing no emotions when his girlfriend's kind of breaking down. That sounds kind
I
of
don't
like
know. Would you
psychopathic.
Say he had no emotion, or he was just kind of?
He's kind of chill.
He was just kind of
Laid
chill.
back. Like I guess he's dealt with this kind of thing before.
Yeah. Like, I don't know about that.
So we're back to serial
I
killer.
don't know about that one. I've done that, but
Yeah, like I dealt with the cops.
Uh,
Pretty good.
The most disturbing thing, I think, in this whole thing is that they were
CJ,
driving
you're
through
like, "Oh, yeah,
Utah.
I've done it before. That's how I. I didn't think of it that way at all, ever. But yes, I'm sorry. What?
The most disturbing thing of all is that they were driving through Utah.
No, they were going. It was just cross country. They were going. They found her body in Wyoming, I believe.
It was Wyoming. Yeah.
But they were just going. She was doing like a travel blog, and it just went sour. I gotta tell you this, man. If there's any proof that social media is fake, this proves it. Because if you see them on social media, they're lovey-dovey, they're kissy,
Oh,
everything's
hell yeah.
clean, everything's perfect, everything's roses, everything's bubble gum and rainbows. Like,
When was the last time you got sick and took a selfie?
No, I'm just my point is everybody on social media is like, well, I envy this person. I want to live a life like that. Look at them. Think about this. Outside of him being wanted for killing her, which I think, right? If you really think about it, what you just saw on social media, that's like everyone's relationship goals.
Yeah.
You found somebody you love. I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to get a van. I'm going to travel. I'm going to make these memories. I'm going to do all this while I'm young. Like, that's great relationship goals. And that's what they were portraying online.
Well, of course, you always put your best foot forward. You want everybody that sees it.
No.
You want to see it. Everybody's like blog, everybody's page. It looks like one long herpes commercial.
That is my
Everybody's
point.
laughing, running on the beaches. They got herpes.
Exactly. It's like, you know what? I hate that, because you're
exactly.
like, shit, my life sucked until I got herpes.
Yeah.
I'm fine. But yeah, what really kind of it just kind of irks you or doesn't really irk you is it makes you realize that social media is just full of it's just crap. It's just absolute crap. And this young lady's gone.
Yeah.
Like, it's done for her.
Yep.
And she was just, what really creeps me out? Like, what was it, CJ? Like maybe a couple days ago, like it was like 3 weeks ago she was alive?
Yeah.
Like you saw she did.
So like the last time she contacted her parents like end of August. August 30th, her mom talked to her or something like that.
Yeah.
But she got a text after, though, and the mother's not sure if the text was from her or somebody else.
Oh, for him, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it gets even creepier. Yeah, wasn't it like, hey, tell grandpa, like his name was Stan, I don't know what it was, but he did, she
didn't seem like her or something.
yeah, it's like the mother was like, that, she never
She
called
doesn't talk like that.
Yeah, she my grandmother, yeah, exactly. It was like,
People write like they talk.
That's another thing. He's probably texting to try to.
Yeah, throw off.
Throw
and then
it
they're
off.
going to find out, time of death is fucking a day before this text was sent. They'll
Right.
do an autopsy, obviously.
They did the
so,
autopsy,
yeah.
but they said it's going to be a while to find out how she passed away, though.
Oh, yeah.
It was because, you know what? Because they dropped her off, and I mean,
CSI shit.
well, because think about it. There's wildlife, bears, right? There's bugs, there's decomposition. So there's a lot that you had to put into it. But you just, once again, Derek, you got to feel so bad. See, I'm not a parent. CJ, you are, so right?
Huh?
You're a parent, right?
No, I don't
Oh, you're not a
have
parent,
kids.
right?
No, I'm by myself.
Oh, you're by yourself. Oh, see, they're saying only if you have a kid will you know the pain or seeing this, right?
Right,
And I
right.
don't have a kid, thank goodness. But I'm just thinking to myself, I'm upset just looking at this young lady just not being here anymore, and what a waste of a life. Because
Yeah.
this idiot, and nobody even knows. And once again, I'm casting like these possibilities that he did it, and he might be innocent.
He might be innocent.
I don't think that he is. I mean, I really don't. And his parents are gonna get in trouble too, don't you think?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
His parents
They can't find him. They're gonna go after the parents.
Yep.
yeah, because didn't the parents say like, well, we don't know where he is, but he's on a wild goose chase.
The
like in
girl
the
was
swamp.
living with them.
The girl, yeah. By the way,
So it's going to be obstruction of justice. It's going to be tampering with evidence.
there's all the evidence is gone out of the thing.
The van was evidence if they tried to, right?
Yes, it was.
So the van's evidence.
See, did they get the van? They took.
I'm pretty sure they have the van.
They have the van.
And they have his other car, and they're
The other
searching
car
everything.
that they parents went and tried to
hide and they brought back, so they have that car too.
Yeah, I mean that's just come on, man. Like
They'll probably find out that parents probably gave him a bunch of cash.
Yeah. What was this
there's
withdrawal
no
for
doubt.
$5,000? Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Did
Yeah.
we get fucked up.
because think about that, they
A couple
did
days to take money out of the bank accounts.
Yeah.
exactly. Dude, seriously, he got like a 4 or 5. It must have been more than 4 or 5 days before they realized that he was a person of interest.
Yeah, about that.
Like, so he got a lot of time to get out of Dodge.
Well, he drove all the way from there all the way back to Florida.
Without her.
Yeah.
Without her.
Yeah.
Dude,
and no thought to call anybody.
No.
Like you didn't call. You don't know where you're and you haven't made one single phone call.
Yeah. If you miss your fiance, right, you would call the family big, hey, by the way, she wandered off.
Oh, by the way, how about I call the police? She's not here. This is her van.
Or
Well,
wouldn't the
her-
family
that-
call him and he just probably didn't answer?
No,
Or they
no. They were trying after like 2 or 3 days. They were trying, saying, "Hey,
him.
I think the father said, hey, we tried calling the girls' parents, and he was like texting them and saying, hey, have you heard?" And just radio silence. And they're like, well, that's unusual.
Yeah.
And then they just went radio silence just overall. And the father was like, really? And then this is where the father, I think,
The girl's parents?
Gabby's parents, her father, right, texted the
kid's parents, her boyfriend's,
the boyfriend's
her
parents,
fiance's
right?
parents,
Hey,
right.
you know what? Have you heard from them? No, I'm getting a little worried. Then he was like, the big trigger was he was like, I might call the police because I feel weird, and still radio silence. So if you're a father and you texted like your, these other set of parents, and
Right,
said, hey,
and
I'm
you're
gonna
getting nothing.
And after you say, I'm gonna get the police going,
Nothing.
and you get radio silence, something's up.
Yeah, dude. That dude's guilty. I'm guilty.
Yo,
We have a gavel.
But you want it, but at the same time, it's weird. Like the Constitution-wise, you got it. He's protected by the.
Well, they say you're innocent until proven guilty. Obviously, that's not true in the court of public opinion. But
no, there was a bucket of guilt like thrown all over the place. This guy
Right,
is like,
exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
I don't know anyone that's going to think to themselves that he's innocent.
I would love to see like what the attorney's going to do when he asks. I mean, if they bring this to trial, the attorney's going to be like, "So your girlfriend was missing? Yeah. You have her van? Yeah. And you didn't think it was strange that she wasn't right next to you?
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't think that was
Think about that. You went away. That's like
in her car.
you remember that story? It was at Six Flags or something. It was like all the roller coaster cars are full, and then when it came back, one was missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's the same thing there. It's like someone flew off.
Was that lightning loops?
I don't know what
Back
it
in the
was.
day.
Yeah, remember lightning loops?
But
But
the one girl who died, she
Yeah.
she slipped under it and
Yeah.
opened and she went out.
and there she goes. This was not too long ago. I think she was with her mom, and like the roller coaster took off.
Right.
And then I think after one of the loops, like she took off too. Like apparently they saw her fall. Like the daughter saw her fall, and it came back to the station, and I think like the people at the station were like, well, that's peculiar. They were like, well, that's really weird. That's where'd they go? And then apparently she passed away. But my point is like it's that shocking. Where if you're a parent and you come all the way back from Wyoming, and it's like, well, where's Gabby? Where's your fiance?
Did you forget something?
Well-
No, my bags are in the car.
Well, yeah, seriously.
Like, really?
We got the beer.
Yeah.
The beer's still here.
Jesus.
But
This is all kinds of fucked
dude,
up.
it is all
And now they
kinds of
can't
fucked
find
up.
him. And that's the biggest thing right there. His parents are being shady. They're not answering the girl's parents, right?
Yeah.
They're doing shady shit with the cars, right?
And
He's gone. I mean, come on. I mean, you don't need. I mean, come on. Any jury that sees all this is going to be like, yeah,
Yep.
man. If you can't explain some of this shit, guess where you're going?
Yeah, I mean, and you want to hear some really crappy stuff here, and this is just awful. There's actually people out there that are complaining. I kid you not. CJ, you probably see this, and you'll see it, and I hope everyone that's in the shot of my voice sees it. It's unbelievable. People are actually saying, well, I don't get it. Why is this a national story? There are thousands of kids that go missing and that they get murdered. Why is this a national story? Like there's people that actually are on that bandwagon, right? And I'm not trying to race bait or anything like that too. It's like, well, it's getting a lot of attention because it's a pretty white girl and it's a white guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's getting all this national attention, which I don't really agree
Media
with.
is all over it.
But I don't agree with that. But have you seen that? Like the people are getting really upset saying, why is this a national story? Like, why?
I don't know, but I mean, I think that there is a little truth to the fact that, you look at YouTube and other places and there are things that go viral and there are things that look like that same thing that have been on for years that didn't go viral. Right?
this is a weird case, man.
No, I get it, but I mean, why does one thing go viral and another isn't? I mean, there's like 1,000 things for every genre on there, more 100,000 for every genre. One or two of them go viral. Why those two? You know what I mean? And you always hear the same story. Like, oh, we just put it up, and and then people interview them. They're like, it came out of nowhere. I don't know. Next thing you know, I'm famous. I don't know how this happened. You know what I mean?
I don't know why this one got. I mean, I don't even know when this broke or what made it so it broke so big. Like, do you remember what it was, CJ? Why did this thing break so big?
I don't remember why. I just kind of caught on.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Everybody caught on.
No news, maybe. Well, there was news.
Well, there was news.
You know what? They're trying
covering
to get
up,
away.
They're covering up from Afghanistan, and they're covering up from and the border. By the way, did you see the
something.
border? Holy Jesus!
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Holy jeez! Like, I didn't know it was that bad, right? Like the Haitians that are coming. Holy cow, man!
Did you see the fence line? It's like a concert.
Crazy.
All the
Like,
way down.
I've never look.
What is going on?
Look, here's the thing, right? I look. What you said is right. I mean, there was the Afghanistan debacle, which you don't think was a debacle. You thought it was an all Trump thing, right?
No. What I said was that there's a whole lot of blame to go around. I mean, isn't just Biden. You know what I mean?
But a lot of it's more Biden than Trump. You were like, well, no. Remember, you were like, yeah, you could say it. It's okay.
No.
I remember we got an argument. I blame Biden. You're like, well, this is Trump too, and I was like, well, it's Biden, and then we just kind of dropped it.
I think the plan was Trump's, right? And then Biden followed through, which he shouldn't have. You know what I mean?
He didn't follow up with any other thing.
I don't think anybody knew. I mean, when you have intelligence agencies telling you, if we're going to switch to this now, if you have all of your intelligence agencies saying, I think the Afghanistan army is going to be fine. They outnumber the Taliban army like 9-1. Right? They'll be fine. And then you pull out, and all of a sudden, Taliban fucking surrenders because they were told by their corrupt political leaders that they should surrender because they were getting paid off by people, on a lot of sides. Probably, and some of them Russia, some of them China. Yeah. You know what I mean? These people are getting paid off. So when you have an army that outnumbers the invading force 9-1, I don't think anybody thinks they're just going to surrender.
There was some bad intelligence. That was some bad intelligence, man.
Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
Well, anyway, so Afghanistan, I just thought it was a debacle. So did you, right? I mean, we all know it was a debacle, right?
I just thought there was a lot of blame to go around.
We know the border is a debacle. That we know too, right? So this story, I think you're right. This story came about, and it just encompassed everyone being like, you know what? Let's talk about Gabby. And let's talk about this, and which is terrible because. I really wish she came home okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It would have been even a better story if she did.
It would have been even a better story if she came back. But in my
that motherfucker tried to kill me.
Yeah, exactly. The wedding's off. Yeah. It's your fucking ring. But I think that's probably a big part of it. I think it was like it has to cover up because right now no one's really talking about. I mean, they still are talking. I mean, you can't ignore what's going on the border. That is just absolute. That's just disaster, like an absolute disaster. But that's. That's probably a good reason why. But, it's upsetting when people are like, well, this is a national story because of this or this or this. And I'm like, come on. I was like, it's like this young lady lost her life.
When was the last time we had a wonderful feel-good story take storm and take root and just spread like wildfire and everybody felt, great about it?
Can't remember they say it for like a minute, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I mean. Like, bad news is fucking contagious and good news just dies. We remember the bad and not the good.
But that's how it always is. You're always going to remember the bad over the good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's the last good thing that happened?
That's a shame.
What's the last good thing that happened? I mean, the Eagles lost, right? That was good, right? that's always good, right?
But the Giants and Dolphins lost too.
Yeah, let's not even talk. Let's not even go there. That's just terrible.
And now Tua's out at least a couple of weeks with fractured ribs.
Did they say they came back with that?
Yep.
Tua's out for how many weeks?
Well, they all they've said so far, even though they know he's got fractured ribs, is that he's not playing. I guess the Dolphins game is Saturday.
Wow.
I think it's because it's said. I think
that sucks for you, man. Who's your backup? I don't even know who your backup is.
Oh, geez, nobody does, dude.
Really?
There it is.
Tua fracture won't play week 3. All right, so it just might be like 1 week then.
Or maybe it's Sunday. Yeah, I guess it's Sunday.
All right, so I mean, I thought 3 weeks, but just not the.
No,
right.
it just said he won't play week 3.
fine.
But I mean, let's face it. If they're really fractured, I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's
I had broken ribs. I had 3 broken ribs, and I'll tell you right now, dude, I was on fucking Vicodin for a month, and I couldn't fucking do anything for 6 weeks, and then I was still like ginger about doing shit for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
So I'd be very surprised if he's back in 2 weeks, unless maybe I don't know what week the Dolphins have their bye week, so maybe that's what.
Well, they're way into later. They're late in the season, aren't they? I think
if they are, then I don't know what they're saying.
This week, I think the game anyone really just kind of cares about is I think the Buccaneers are playing the Rams. Like that's going to be pretty explosive. That's going to be a good game. But everything else, I would just
Ravens look good. The Ravens look nice.
They just do with the Kansas City game. They sweep out with the Kansas City game.
Their defense looks really, even though they got scored on a bunch. I mean, they hit hard, man.
See, here we are. We're talking sports. See, something positive. You know, when you can talk sports, that's what sports are here for. You talk positive. We're not talking about a girl that passed away. We're not talking about the border. We're not talking about Afghanistan.
A girl can get murdered, but we got sports.
Sports saves it all. Let's all get high and watch sports. That's what we're going to do, right? I'm going to have this huge party, right? I'm going to have all this great weed. We're all going to smoke this great weed, and we're all going to drink and watch sports.
Sit
and have
down,
a great
watch
time.
Filipino slap fighting.
Well, that's fine, too. You know what?
That's right.
The Filipino, like...
You ever seen that?
Why the fuck would you even do that? Have you?
I don't know. It's so funny. They bet on it.
What, do they bet on it?
I bet he's going to slap the shit out of him.
Yeah. It's like, some of those guys are like fucking like.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, I guess it's cool to it. I mean, it's better than arm wrestling, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, at least, it's a contact sport. Now, arm wrestling is, I mean, sometimes you see somebody break their arm at a table, but at least I guess they're getting hit, so it's more.
You know what's weird? We talk about weird sports. I was watching Netflix, bro.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why I came upon this. And if CJ, you're a movie guy or whatever, there is a movie there that it deals with somebody. It's not like apparently he's, I think, a rock paper scissors champion. And it's based on.
Oh jeez, a rock paper.
Yeah, it's a rock paper scissor movie, and apparently that's what it's based on. Like you're the rock paper scissors champ, and I believe it's on Netflix. And I saw it, and I was like, really? But I was so tempted. I was so tempted because what? I think they exist. I'm almost positive they do have rock paper scissors championships. We should even look that up. I'm almost positive they have rock paper scissors championships, and I'm just thinking to myself here: are you proud? Like if you hold up that belt, right? Are you proud of it? I mean, it's like being the best bowler. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that dude always has shotgun.
Right. It's
rock paper scissors. Every time he wants something and other people want that same thing, he gets it.
Well,
so that's pretty cool.
I actually saw something, Derek, where
right.
I don't know where I saw it, but there's a documentary on it because that's how I know that there's a championship.
Okay.
And apparently there's a psychological thing. Like if I look in your face, I know that you're going to be throwing like scissor, or I know you're going to be throwing rock. There's like this psychological weird thing that so you got to read almost like poker. Like you kind of know it's coming. Like you have to.
So he's looking for tells.
It's almost like tells, but odd because that's. Oh wait, you found it?
Wow.
Oh, CJ coming through. Look at this.
This is a trailer or.
Is that it on Netflix?
Is it on Netflix?
Rock paper scissors.
Yeah, there it is. Rock paper scissors.
Wow.
See, I wasn't dreaming about it. It wasn't a nightmare.
You thought you were dreaming?
I don't, dude. About a movie like that? like, come on, man. Like a rock paper scissor. That's not. Hold on. Wait. Is it based on a real? It's not based on true events, is it?
I think so.
What?
Get the fuck out.
What?
Writer Alice. Was it? Alice Feeney's delight as Netflix to film rock paper scissors.
No. I think she wrote it. It's not based on a true story. It can't be.
You know what they should do?
Because if it is,
they should have it in like an octagon, and they should have like Bruce Buffer or something come in like an. It's now.
It's time. I would love that. You have MMA guys in the audience
in this corner.
I would love
been using
that.
his right hand for 14 years, and he's.
I would love it. Look, wait, rock paper scissors, the ultimate hand job.
Wow.
Wait, it's called rock paper scissors, the ultimate hand job.
Wow.
Wow. I don't care. I don't
So now
care.
everybody
if it
that's
sounds foolish.
listening right now is going to be.
I'm gonna watch it
Looking it
tomorrow.
up and watching
I'm getting
it.
high
Yeah.
and
a bunch
watching
of
that.
kids. There's a bunch of kids.
I'm
Wow.
watching. Yeah, I'm getting high and watching that. That's a movie you got to get high and watch. Rock papers.
Wow.
Because you know what? Nobody in the right mind will watch it not high.
That's
Why
very
the fuck
true.
would you watch?
Well,
it?
if they're kids, they're probably
the
not.
fuck would you watch Rock Paper Scissors? It's a movie called Rock Paper
This
Scissors.
is a different one in 2019.
Oh
Rock,
my
paper,
God, there's
scissors.
more?
It's a thriller.
Oh my god.
There is more. Okay, Rock Paper Scissors. All right, this isn't about the game though.
No,
could
this
be,
is a thriller.
Yeah, I killed you with a rock. I killed you with paper, and I killed you with scissors.
But this is the game.
Wow, dude, the ultimate hand job. Please tell me there's
Rock,
somebody
paper,
famous in that.
Scissors.
CJ, look at the IMDb. Is there anybody
I don't
famous
think
in
there
that?
is. I think it's all young.
Wouldn't it be great if like Robert Downey Jr. was in that?
It's got a 4.7 out of 10 on
Wow.
Yeah, buddy. That's it. Look at that. Look at him. Look at him. Top cast: Jeremy Dozier,
This guy doesn't even have a photo.
Vahe Savani, Bjorn Ur.
He doesn't even have
You know
a
what?
photo.
And he's the lead character.
He's got top billing. Wow.
Half of the cast doesn't have a photo.
wow.
Just these
dude.
three guys. Is
Wow.
this kid looks
Oh,
like the kid from
man.
Stranger Things.
He does. Yeah, he does. This guy Bjorn Yearwood. Oh man, I'm
Bjorn,
just,
huh?
I'm just
Maybe not.
what? Rock paper.
Percy
scissors.
Jackson now.
Rock paper scissors. Cheddar.
He's the most famous one of them all.
Who's that?
Wow.
Oh, Percy.
This
yeah,
kid,
yeah,
he was
yeah.
in Percy Jackson as a
Sea of
young
Monsters.
thing, and Endgame as a boy chess player.
That's insane.
Okay, this guy's got some credits though.
Yeah, some credits.
Although you might want to fire his agent. Like,
Yeah.
get him like this. That's
Who set up your idea?
dude. Why would you like?
IMDb page.
All right, look. I know I'm your agent. I got a great gig for you. You really? What is it? All right, you know the game Rock Paper Scissors. You're gonna be the champ. It's gonna be called the Ultimate Hand Job. You in? Dude, you'd fire me on the spot. You'd fire me on the spot. The ultimate, although the Ultimate Hand Job is it's kind of a good.
You'd
play.
think that kind of a show name would be on a different channel.
It's a good tagline.
Good play of words there. Good play
Yeah.
of words.
Sounds like a porno.
Yes, it does. I can't believe that. See, that I saw that. You know what? I'm just gonna have to watch it now. I'm serious. You think I'm joking, right? I'm gonna come back, CJ. You and I'm gonna. You do film, right, CJ?
I do.
We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be. You're gonna
gotta
love what I
watch
just
this,
saw.
yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna have to watch it now.
I'll show it to my class.
Yeah. Well. The ultimate. Take out rock paper scissors. The ultimate hand job. That's gonna.
This guy was on iCarly, the kids show.
Poor us, Jonas game, bad behavior. This guy's got some credits too. I don't know if they're not great credits, but
No.
he's got work. He's got IMDb credits, so
They're there.
they're there. Yeah.
This guy looks like a winner.
Oh jeez,
He probably won.
that's fucking crazy. Look at this. All right, you know what? I wasn't dreaming. There really is a movie out there that we all must watch. I hope everyone
what
in
if
the
you
shot of my
were?
voice is gonna have
What
to
if
watch
you
this.
were dreaming?
This one character's name is Rerun.
Rerun from
Rerun.
What's Happening. From What's Happening. When did this come out? 2021. So it's fairly new. So that's probably why it was on. When you're on Netflix, does that happen automatically where the new releases are automatically popped up?
I have no idea.
No, I don't know.
On the IMDb?
Well, no. This came out in 2021. I
21.
saw this. I saw the commercial, the preview on Netflix. So I'm assuming because there's no other reason. I do not watch movies that, because you watch this, we recommend this, right? You know how they have that?
Yeah.
This is not the case. This is just absolute, just nonsense. But I'm gonna be watching it. I might actually get the T-shirt. I hope there's swag. Like I hope there's like movie swag for that.
You're gonna wear a T-shirt that says "The Ultimate Hand Job."
No, rock paper scissors. Rock
There
You're
paper
gonna get a
scissors,
lot
baby.
of attention.
That's for everybody there to see rock, paper, scissors.
There it is, baby. Rock paper scissors. The ultimate hand job.
Wow.
We're in. I'm telling you. You know how they have we had the list, the top 10
Right.
movies where you get high and watch. This might break top 5. This might break top 5 because nobody in the right mind is gonna want to watch that nonsense.
Well, that's true.
That's just how I see it. But man, this was good. I'm glad we're back, dude. I'm glad.
Yeah, me too.
Hi.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad
And
we're
next
back.
week,
I'm glad
definitely
you're
doing it again next week.
next week. I'm glad you're feeling better, brother.
Yep, me too.
I'm glad you're feeling much better. Yeah. So and next week I think. Well, we have a couple guests coming on as well. But you know what? I wanted to do this one. I know we have a lot of guests, but I like the idea that we
Just get up and shoot the shit.
shoot the
again.
shit. You know
Yeah,
what? And just
yeah.
talk to you. I haven't really actually talked to you.
Yeah.
Without a couple beers and weed in my
Yeah.
hand.
Minus these.
Minus those, exactly. CJ, man, thanks for being here too, brother. I mean,
Yeah, it's always fun.
it's always a good time. And also, I did start a new podcast as well called Poke the Woke with my good friend Kevin Wall. And that's going to be done weekly as well. We're launching everything and putting that all together too. So enjoy that podcast as well that we do shoot at the Bellworks studio here at the Shared Universe. But Comics on Cannabis, it's great having all this happening again. You know, it's podcasting to me once again is just it's a fun medium. You know, it's where it's where I feel good. It's fun. You get stuff out. It's almost better than therapy, you know?
Yep.
And on Comics on Cannabis here, it's just our tagline. We talk everything from, you know, cannabis, sports, movies, anything pop culture. It's where cannabis and entertainment meet. If you want to continue to hang out with us, please do so at our website at www.comicsoncannabis.com and, or, of course, follow us on Instagram at Comics on Cannabis. Until next time, guys. CJ, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Derek, it's always
watching.
good, man, for
Yeah,
actually
hell
getting
yeah.
back together here and getting
Hell
this
yeah.
going next week.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. At that point, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and we are out.